Folks, before you start the episode, would you like a free case of premium craft beers? Well, we've partnered with Beer 52. They are offering you a free case of 8 unique beers you won't find anywhere else. Beer 52 are the UK's #1 beer club. Every month they visit a different place and expertly curate a case of exclusive beers from the region's best breweries. Your free case will include an eclectic selection of beers from the world's best beer countries, including the UK, Germany and the USA.
If you want to take advantage of this great offer from myself and Tom at Boxing 365 and our new friends at Beer 52, then make sure to use the QR code on screen or the link in the description, and for just the cost of some delivery, you can get yourself a free crate of premium craft beers. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to Boxing 365 for the latest episode of the next card in the deck, which is going to be courtesy PBC, and it will be at the MGM Grand Las Vegas.
God, I miss Las Vegas.
PBC? I thought it was TGB.
No, it's PBC, Premier Boxing Champions.
You sure?
I corrected it earlier for you. It's TGB, it might be a trading name, I don't really know. It's TGB on BoxRec, but it is PBC show, 100%. Don't worry.
TGB Promotions, though.
Yeah, but it's not. It's PBC, Premier Boxing. It'll be like a trading name or something. It's 100%.
I don't get it.
It's 100% a PBC show.
All right, then.
Anyway, listen,
Right.
Main event, Fundora.
No, what are you doing?
Yeah, but I'm just going to say, main event, Fundora, Thurman. But before we move on to that,
Don't you start trying to take over. I'm still drinking mine from the last recording session. Tom is an alcoholic, so Tom's drank his.
it's been a really, really shitty week.
Same.
And this is the first beer of the week. And it's
I've
taken me up until this point.
I've been drinking whiskey every night.
Have you really?
Yeah, every night.
Remember, guys, you can also, as part of Beer 52, which is, by the way, you get your free crate if you click our link. You can also get whiskey and stuff, but don't get any whiskey until we start giving you the link for the whiskey.
Yeah, don't do that. Make sure to wait and get your free crate of beer. All you have to do is pay the delivery, and you can cancel it at any time. Get down in the description. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, and go and check out Instagram and TikTok. Would very much like to be sponsored by many other people as well. So
Please.
Yeah,
Like the
crack on.
Miami Marlins.
we have passed 1,000 subscribers as well. So go us. Right, moving on.
Wait, where's my money hat?
You don't need that now. You can
Okay.
have that in another video.
Okay.
So Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman is where we're going to start. We've obviously already talked about this fight because it was meant to happen, then it didn't happen.
Should we just flip out of that video and just drop it in this video?
Did we release that video?
No, the fight
We
went
did.
might have done, so I think we might have got some grief. It was like, you
Yeah.
cancelled video.
Yeah, this isn't happening. Shut up.
Did you see someone the other
Shut
day,
up.
by the way? Because obviously I did the Dave Allen release because we'd got a bit of a leak through and we were like buzzing, right? Bear in mind, there, that video did great.
You made too much of a fuss about that, but the fact that that guy was like,
The fact that I went and apologised to every comment on the
yeah,
video,
that was too much.
the amount of people that were like, mate, really appreciate that, and then dropped us a follow.
All right.
So it makes a difference. And look, I'm actually genuinely sorry. I didn't just do it for the follows. But the guy on YouTube was the one that got me when he was like, you got your information wrong. This channel has no credibility or something.
He
I was
put
like,
something like, you've made yourself look really silly there. No channel credibility. For you, just for you, exclusively for you. Everybody else, thank you for watching. But for you, fuck right off, mate.
honestly, I saw it and I was like, mate, I appreciate that you give a shit enough to drop a comment.
Yeah.
Like, fucking get
Yeah.
out my way.
Listen, everybody gets stuff wrong. Countless media outlets release information that turns out to be wrong later down the line.
The only
Not worried
difference
about it.
is we apologize. It's the first one we've got wrong. I don't think we've done bad. It's the first one I've got milesly off the mark, and I came out and did a fucking video and went, I'm sorry.
Milesly. We're making new words now.
Yeah,
Wait till the grammar police get in.
Yeah,
the
you
fucking
wait.
comments.
This is
Anyway.
why this channel has no credibility. He can't spell his words properly. Do you mean pronounce? You fucking idiot. Right.
Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, the WBC World Super Welterweight title between Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman is now happening, and I don't know. I feel like this is one again where I tend to think that the natural advantages of size, reach, age all go in Fundora's favour, and
Sebastian Fundora is one of them, a bit like a like we spoke about it previously when I think we discussed Callum Smith.
Mm.
So obviously a little bit different weight classes and stuff, but he is obnoxiously tall. Which, if anyone saw the thumbnail, that's why we were making weird faces.
Mm.
Um, but even though he's got that phenomenally long jab, he is so good on the inside.
Mm.
So people think, right, I'm going to get on the inside of his jab. I'm going to get my head on his chest, and I'm going to work away at the body, or I'm going to work the uppercut, or I'm going to try and stay close and keep these long levers off me. No, wrong.
Nope.
Because Sebastian Fundora will go, yeah, no stress, mate. We'll trade in the middle. We'll trade at long range. We'll trade at short range.
Mm.
The only way that Keith Thurman beats Sebastian Fundora is if he lands that mad shot that Brian Mendoza landed.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I think I agree. I do think I agree. I know. I would say that Fundora is aggressive. He throws plenty of punches. He can probably keep Thurman off of him anyway.
Yep.
But like you said, even if he can't and he's up close and personal, he's still got the beating of him for me.
Yeah, 100%.
So it does feel like I
But
feel pretty confident.
he can be hurt, Fundora.
Well, yeah, we've seen it.
So that for me is the saving grace. But the fight I expect here is I expect that Fundora is going to come in. He's going to pick him apart for a few rounds. Thurman is going to continually try and land that big overhand. It's going to remind me probably of Gabe Rosado, Bektemir, and Melakuziev in the second fight, where you could just see that Gabe was waiting for that big right hand that never came because Melakuziev went, nope, not getting caught with that. And I think Fundora, I think he's smart enough. I think he's intelligent enough as a boxer. You know, he's been a former unified champion at this weight. I'm not being funny, but it's not like it's the kid coming up. Everyone's like, God, he's going to be good. No, he is. He is good. And I think he's at that point. He's got the frame. I think after this, does he go and unify, or does he move up? There's so many questions with Fundora.
Well, I was going to say,
Good
he
questions.
kind of he chose not to defend against Sanders IS, which is when he was stripped of his WBO title because he wanted to fight Tim Tszyu. Maybe depending how people look at that, that's a duck to some people. Choosing not to take that defense that you've been that's been mandated. You know, you should take it really.
No, it is a duck. Let's not hum and ah. It's a duck.
So this is what I'm saying is.
But he took Butt. He went and fought Tim Tszyu, so he didn't duck him and fight somebody of like no ilk.
But now Sanders has got a couple of belts.
Yeah, WBA.
Why not? Why not? You know, prove that you weren't ducking him. Prove that you were doing your own thing. All right, okay, I've done what I wanted to do now. Beat Keith Thurman. I'll take that. I'll take that shot now. Obviously, he's got to see whether he can get that fight.
I think Zayas. The talk is that Zayas is going to fight Josh Kelly. They're in talks with that,
yeah,
which I love. I think that's a great fight, by the way. But we're not talking about that.
I just think for Fundora, he could really do anything, and he's so big that if he did move up,
he's like 6'5.5".
Yeah, he's a giant.
He's taller than most heavyweights.
He's a giant.
I think nutcase.
I think he should probably
move up to light heavyweight.
No, stay where he is and see how he feels about the other champions in the division. Maybe try and unify again. But if not, he has already unified the division once. And if he's deciding that he'd rather move up a little bit and maybe take advantage of his height still and just put on a few pounds, why not? I think he could do it. But he's not that kind of build, is he really? So
no, he's lanky, isn't he?
Yeah, so I think you just because he is tall, you wouldn't want to.
Are we overlooking Thurman a bit here?
I don't know. He's a former unified world champion as well.
Been there, done it. Beat some really good names as well. I mean, you can add his record, wins against Sean Porter.
Danny Garcia, Mario Barrios.
Yeah, only loss comes to the hands of a 413-year-old Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one because he has got all of the ability, but he's been heavily inactive.
Yeah, well, he got beat by Pacquiao in 2019, and he beat Mario Barrios in 2022, and then his fight after that, I think his next fight after that was stopping Brock Jarvis when he came back in March 2025. So he's had long periods of inactivity.
And again, now it's another year. Yeah. And at that age, especially when you're not, I appreciate he's at world level, obviously, but when you're sort of waiting for that opportunity to come up or whatever, There's no reason you can't keep yourself busy. You're a big enough name that you can get a decent payday fighting a fringe contender.
Yep.
And look, you probably don't want to put miles on the clock, but at the same time, I just think to myself, like with any sport, if you stop, it doesn't take long to lose that. And I just worry that you've got someone in Fundora who's been pretty active for a world champion.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm not overlooking Thurman, and because he's been there, he's done it,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got the
yeah.
t-shirt, and I think he's past his best. I think he's against a young champion who will go on to be a top 10 pound for pound fighter. I really do. I think he's brilliant. Him and his sister. I think
Mm.
they're absolutely phenomenal. Um, I just don't see a way of him beating Fundora, if I'm honest.
Mm.
We've seen the face off, and I mean, height's not everything. And if it was a rangy fighter versus an inside fighter, it's a different argument. We spoke about it with Nick Ball,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's not. You've got a rangy fighter who's better than you on the inside. But what's your prediction?
Don't think I made any secret there.
Keith Thurman knockout, over and right.
I think Sebastian Fundora will be too good for him, too young, too fresh, too sharp.
Do you think he
And
stops him?
I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know though, do we? That's the thing with Thurman. He's never been stopped. Only if he's
No.
lost once. But
But I think if he did stop him, then you go, yeah, Keith Thurman's getting on, and
there's no shame in that.
probably not being active enough and stuff like that. I'm not convinced he will stop him. I think he'll probably just outclass him. If he did stop him, I'd see it more of being like the volume's got to him. He's been caught, and they've
Waved off him.
waved it off.
Yeah.
I couldn't see him being flat on his back, sort of thing.
He's not that sort of puncher, is he? General rule of thumb, Fundora. He's a
No,
volume puncher. He
yeah, a
generally
bit
breaks you
more,
down. I mean,
bit more aggressive, and
Timzu quit in his corner, didn't he?
yeah, sharp, whippy shot sort of
God, I
thing.
like Fundora.
Yeah.
I love both of them. His sister, by the way, Gabriella, last week.
Yeah,
Mate,
looked amazing.
mad.
Right, we'll move on though to the next fight, which is Jonas Tellez versus Brian Mendoza. Only man to
Do you think Fundora will get PTSD just seeing him wandering around the arena?
No, I hope not. Might throw him off his game. Tellez obviously 11-1, 8 knockouts. His only loss comes as a unanimous decision loss to Abbas Baru for the WBA interim title. Obviously,
The Bass got upgraded, didn't he?
yeah, yeah.
And then went in
Challenged in Zayas for a unification bout,
Yeah.
and then lost.
Tellez is good,
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
but Brian Mendoza beats him.
I think that as well. Because I think it's where you look at and you try and compare. All right, who's he fought? What level are they at? What's happened to them? I do feel like Brian Mendoza he's probably the going to be the winner in this, but that comes more from a perspective of I think he has got that power that
Yeah.
Tellez is fairly young in his career, early in his career.
Fair play to Tellez, by the way. This is a ballsy fight.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Has he fought since Baru? Or is this his first fight
No,
back?
he beat Kendo Castaneda.
He did.
He retired him in the 5th round. So yeah, it wasn't his last outing, but it's not Castaneda's not quite
Still, to be fair though, it's to get straight back in a young fighter. You've got time on your hand.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
But obviously, Mendoza is a former WBC interim super welterweight interim champion. He does have 2 losses in his last 3 fights, so this was one of the things I was going to pick up on. Lost to Timzu, lost to Sarai Bochelchuk, but obviously before that he stopped Sebastian Fundora in April 2023.
So my measure with the Brian Mendoza is similar to what we spoke about with Arnold Barbosa. So many Z's. Ozers. He's not elite because he's in and around it. He loses to your likes of Timzu, who, to be fair, is still a world class fighter in his own right. And Bohachuk, who we know is a horrible night's work for anyone. Apart from, what's his name? Brandon Adams, who just seems to have the beating of him.
Brandon Adams is out again soon.
Yeah, no, he isn't. He was meant to be, weren't he? Weren't he meant to be fighting?
Scheduled, I think.
There was talk about him fighting somebody. I can't remember who it was.
There's a scheduled fight.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
So,
I'll have to have a look.
Anyway, but yeah, and he's at that kind of point where if Tellez came off of a loss to Abbas Baru, who is a decent world champion, but showed his level against Xander Zayas, who is a phenomenal young fighter.
Yep.
Mendoza is the only man, yes, fine, with a massive overhand right, but he's the only man to beat Fundora, who is already in and around that top 20 pound for pound fighters conversation, maybe even a little bit higher. I just think, on what we can measure, I just think Mendoza's too much, and he comes in as the underdog for this.
What I would say though is if Tellez goes and beats Mendoza, that's quite the
phenomenal
statement, really.
And this is what we spoke about earlier, isn't it?
Mm.
Boxing takes a second for that landscape to change. Because as it stands right now, I'm looking at it and going, Tellez is not. He's just not near it. The only time he's fought,
not ready for it. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why I would.
yeah, you're probably right. You are right. He's been at that fringe world level against the Basparu, who's sort of a world level-ish fighter, good fighter.
Yeah,
Didn't fell short. He's now going in with Mendoza, who's proved again he's in and around them fringes of world level. If he wins this, okay. The Abbas Baru maybe rematch might be on the card.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for him, actually.
You know, there's really good fights out there. If Mendoza goes and wins, I think Mendoza will probably at some point push for world titles again because he's a big enough name. He's been there, he's done it. He's shared the ring with Fundora, Tim Tszyu, obviously Bohachuk. It's an intriguing one.
It
is an intriguing one, and I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I do expect Mendoza. I'd expect Mendoza to probably stop him.
Oh well, time will tell. Time will tell. I'm interested
Time will.
to see.
About 36 minutes usually, with breaks in between.
Usually. The other fight that I've made a particular write-up for was Gergen Hovhannisyan versus Cesar Navarro, heavyweight contest.
Old heavyweight man.
Big Gug.
Is that his nickname? That is alias.
Mm-hmm.
Big Gub.
Big Gug.
Gug.
His name's Gergen. Big Gug.
Well, wouldn't it be Big Gug?
No, Big Gug.
Is he Armenian or something?
Armenian, I think.
I think it is Armenian. Okay.
He's 6'7". He's an absolute monster. I watched some of his stuff.
Oh, he is a monster, yeah. No, he's good. He's nine wins, 8 knockouts?
9 wins, 8 knockouts. He comes forward. He's heavy-handed. And actually,
he's like a white Jarrell Miller.
You know, when I watched him, I thought his hands are actually quite fast for a big guy.
Did you?
Yeah, not like blistering, but
for a big.
You know, when I first looked at him, what was that? When I first looked at him, I assumed he was going to be quite slow.
Why did you think that?
Thuddy. He's 6'7". He's massive.
Is he 6'7"?
Yeah, he's huge.
Fair play.
I assumed he'd be quite like slow, thuddy, big. Just
like Martin Bacoli.
Yeah. Or even like a Zhang, like just big stiff jab. He's got a bit of an amateur background. He fought Jalolov in the Jalolov in the amateur.
Did see that 2-time gold Olympic medalist? Yeah.
Yeah, and gave him a really good fight. It was weird because when I watched the footage of that, it actually said that Hovhannisyan won, but he didn't. Honestly, I'll get the footage up for you. It says that he won, and the commentators even said that's the biggest upset of the tournament. But then he didn't win.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened.
Fix.
Anyway, maybe somebody can let me know. I did try to have a look, but I couldn't get very far.
Yeah.
And his fighter, Cesar Navarro, who is 15-3, 13 knockouts.
Yeah.
Only 26 years old, so a bit younger than Hovhannisyan.
It looks like Butterbean, doesn't he, Hovhannisyan, a bit?
A little.
He's bold and white.
Sort of. But Navarro's he's 6 foot tall. He lost to Daniel Perro in May last year.
Yeah.
Perro's actually already had 2 fights in 2026 and won them both.
Has he really?
That's fast work.
He's not messing about, is he?
I think it could be interesting, but I would have to say Hovhannisyan's got the.
Do you know the interesting topic?
He's 6'7". He's massive. He's powerful. He like I said, I'm telling you, watch his stuff. I actually think he's quite fast-handed, and he was throwing shots from everywhere.
You've got a weird thing for falling in love with big
really
Eastern Europeans. Right. What was his name? What was his name before?
Ditchko.
Ditchko. You fell in love with him. You had this weird thing about Ditchko. He got beaten. You fell out of love with him. You've kicked him to the curb. You've now got Hovhannisyan, the Armenian Butterbean.
I'm telling you now, he looks good. He looks really good.
No, he is meant to be very good. Okay, how far does he go?
I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to be. I wonder if he'll be like the comparison I made there. Not that they were like. I was actually saying he wasn't really like him, but I wonder if he'll be like a Zhilei Zhang, who's going to get up to close to that top level, but come a bit unstuck against some of the truly elite fighters.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, he's going to get up there because of his natural size, his power, which I think is what's going to win him this fight. And then he's going to get up to top 15 and just start to, if he gets match wrong, I think he'll just struggle against fighters up there.
So, because I wanted to let you have your passionate rant, I did watch a little bit of his footage.
Okay.
No, this is not me being critical.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks quite good. I think I have watched one of his fights previously on an undercard, and he's all right. He's all right. Fundamentally, he's actually quite good. And like you say, for what must be a 270-pound man, he's sharp.
Yeah.
He is sharp, especially over the shorter rounds. I don't know how he'll get it sort of later in the fight, but no, he does look good. I put an opponent that I think he should fight next if he wins this one. I wanted to know your opinion.
Tom's put Guido Vianello. Yeah, that's a solid shout.
Do you like that?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good fight. That tells us a good bit about his where he's at. I think I came up with a future matchup.
Who?
Terrible Warner. Imagine those two in the ring
I
together.
love that.
Obviously, that couldn't happen because I wouldn't want to slow either of them down.
Speaking of Terry Moana, speaking of American heavyweights, because obviously he's not an American heavyweight. Did you see Curtis Harper in the weigh-in?
No.
So they did the weigh-in and the face-off.
Don't take us off course. We're making good time here.
No, wait. It's the last thing I'll say. Of course, I promise. Curtis Harper looked like my nan, like she'd just got on a bus. He had this weird hairnet in and a long jumper, and I was like, "Is he fighting a female boxer?" He looked like what's her name? He looked like Shadesha Green.
Or when Scooby Doo tries to hide on the plane. Oh, come on.
I do know it, but no, not quite. But okay, I know. Okay, yeah, like Scooby Doo.
Now, there were a couple of other fights that are scheduled. Yonley Hernandez versus Terrell Gosha and Elijah Garcia versus Kevin Newman. But as I say, we were trying to keep this one fairly short. We are a predominantly British channel, British audience. So we thought we'd talk about the ones that we figured you might be interested in.
And I'm going to Australia literally next Friday, and I'm going to be away for a little while. So we're trying to get as much in as possible.
We've got to smash things out
for you guys.
So we'll go into our final points, which is predictions. So Tom, Fundora, Thurman.
Fundora stoppage, I think.
Yeah. Mendoza and Tellers.
Mendoza stoppage.
Cool. And Hovhannissian and Navarro.
Hovhannissian stoppage. It's going to be a top 3 of stoppages, I think.
Yeah, very good. Fight of the night.
It's got to be Fundora, Thurman, I think.
I was going to say Big Cook.
No, Big Cook.
Yeah, I can't really fault you there. I think it's pretty solid. As a card rating, I mean, this is a world title main event.
It's all right.
There's a couple. I mean, the Yonley Hernandez fight. We haven't taken the time to talk about it, but I think that's a good
I think
fight
the
as well.
Hernandez Gaucher. I like Gaucher. I think he's good. I really like Elijah Garcia as well on the undercard. I think he's phenomenal.
I think it's above average, but I wouldn't say it's.
It's above a 7, but I don't know if it's an 8.
Above 7? No, it's a 7.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's a 7.
What's missing?
Just
a big name.
Bit more.
A
just
name.
A bit more. Some names. Yeah. I mean, outside of the main event, there's not really big names, especially for like a casual. If you were saying, "Oh, there's a big world title fight," you probably expect a bit more of it.
I guess for me, it's an 8. But I guess if we're judging it for the boxing world, you're probably right. It's probably a 7, probably even a bit lower. It's probably a 6.5.
6.5, 7.
We'll give it a 7 because we're not arseholes.
No, you're right. I'm not. So last bit is AI and ChatGPT. They have predicted Fundora to stop Thurman, Tellez to beat Mendoza, and they have backed us that Hovhannissian will beat Navarro. And that is everything that we need to cover. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment as well.
Yeah, please comment. I want more people to comment.
People don't comment enough. We want more
Not
comments.
on YouTube, on TikTok, it's fucking comment central. And on here, no one comments apart from the horrible people.
No. BP talks.
BP does. Assad loves it. Love Assad. Big shout out to BP and Assad.
Yep.
And anyone else we forgot. But mostly them two, because they're my favourite.
And we will see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.
Cheers, guys.